What's up, guys? Today we're taking a look at one of Rosewill's latest cases. This is their R5 mid-tower. It features 4 pre-installed fans, USB 3.0 connectivity, and so much more. So let's take a look. The case itself, as with a lot of cases in this price range, they don't have a crazy, in-your-face look. It's just a solid, clean look, and I like that. This one is black, and I believe that is the only color that the R5 comes in. Now we're going to start at the front here, and you have 3 5.25-inch bays, and then you have a 3.5-inch bay right here. You have a large ventilated section down here, and behind that are 2 120mm intake fans. And what's really nice about this is you can pull this up here like this and take it off, and there is a nice filter in here and everything, and it makes it easy so you can clean your fans and everything like that. And it goes back in just as easily. Just go like that, and it's back installed very nice and easy. All of your controls and buttons and connections are actually on the top of the case. So starting here, you have your power button, you have eSATA, USB 3.0, headphone, microphone, 2 USB 2.0 ports, and your reset button. And you also have a little knob here, and that's for your fan controller. That's going to control the fans that are already installed. It's very simple, up and down. Along here, you have another large ventilated section, and you can fit 2 120 or 2 140mm fans up here. They are not included. And what's also nice about this, just like the front, it comes out, and you have a nice filter there. And you can see that you can put your fans in there very easily. It's not going to be a problem installing them and everything like that. And again, it goes back in just as easily like that, and you're good to go. Now, the side panel of the case does not have a window, but it does have these 2 large ventilated sections. So you have a large section right here that's going to go right in front of where your hard drives are going to be. And then you have this section over here, which is going to be, in front of your CPU and your expansion cards. Now, it does not look like there's any, place to mount fans here, but Rosewill says that you can mount 2 120 or 140mm fans on this side panel right here. On the back of the case, you have an 120mm exhaust fan. This section right here can fit 120 or 140mm, so if you want to switch the 120 out, you can. Moving down, you have 4 water cooling holes right here. They do have the rubber inserts. They are a bit small. Again, as I say, on a lot of these cases around this price range, they're making really small. So if you're doing some serious water cooling, you probably wouldn't use these at all anyways. And of course, your power supply is going to be mounted at the bottom. And as we always like to see on cases, both of the side panels have thumb screws, so that is a plus. On the opposite side of the case, you do have the same ventilated section right in front of your hard drive. So you can see our instruction manual there because we haven't actually got inside the case. So this is going to have a lot of cooling for your hard drives. I really like that. I'm not sure if you can install fans on here. It does not look like it just by the way the honeycomb is designed, but once we get inside, we're going to see if you actually can. Checking out the bottom of the case, you can see the 4 rubber feet, but you can also see these 2 fan filters here. So there is a fan that can be placed here, and of course your power supply is going to be here. And these fan filters are awesome because they can easily pull out. So this one pulls out that way for easy cleaning, and this one's going to pull out this way for easy cleaning. I really like that cases have been doing this. It's just a pain to clean all this stuff out from the bottom of your case. If you can just pull it out, clean it, put it back in, it just makes it even easier. Taking a look inside, as always, we like to check and see if we're going to cut ourselves, and it does not look like. This is a little sharp right here where this power supply goes. That's a little bit of a worry, but mostly everything else is rounded, so you're really not going to cut yourself. Obviously, that is very important because when you're installing something, you don't want to cut yourself and get blood all over your components and everything like that. Now, all black interior. It does have more of a glossy finish than a lot of interiors that we've seen, so I kind of like that. It makes it look a little cool. Starting up here, you do have your 4 5.25-inch bays. Now, the bottom one, of course, has a little adapter in it for a 3.5-inch drive because it is a 3.5-inch on the front. They do use a tool system, which seems pretty simple. Pull it out, put your drive in, snap this back on. Should be pretty simple. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hard drive trays. These easily pull out. They're plastic, and you can fit 2.5-inch and 3.5-inch hard drives on there. And this is a little flimsy right here because when I push this back in, if I'm pushing it from with this side, kind of hard. It kind of bends in a little bit, so you may want to watch out with that. Now, at the bottom, you can fit a 120 or 140 millimeter fan right here, and your power supply is going to go there. Now remember, if you have a longer power supply, this fan spot right here is not going to be able to work. So if you have a normal power supply, you can fit the fans. If not, you're not going to be able to. Moving up, your expansion slots use thumb screws, which I really like to see, and of course you have your 4 water cooling holes as well as your 120 millimeter exhaust fan. Now, there is a very large CPU cutout, one of the largest I've seen on a mid-tower, so you're going to be able to install your aftermarket CPU coolers, no problem whatsoever. There's also 3 or 4 large cable routing holes, and they do have the rubber inserts, which I like. I hate when a lot of cases don't have the rubber inserts. That means if you're bending your cables around, you could break them. So these rubber inserts are a nice thing to have. Also, internal USB 3.0. Another thing, as if you watch our case reviews and everything like that, you know that I love the internal USB 3.0, and this case does have it, so I really like that. I took the opposite side of the case off so you can see how everything is designed here. Now, there are the 4 large cable routing holes, and there is more than enough space to route cables in this little section right here. But the other part, especially where your motherboard is going to go, is indented out. That means that if I want to bring up my CPU power, I'm more than likely not going to have enough room for it, especially since this hole up here is extremely small and there is not a lot of room behind the motherboard tray at this point right here. Now down here, in this whole section right here, you have more than enough room to route cables, and that's going to be for most of your cables, but some things, maybe your fans up here or something like that that you want to route around back, you may not have enough space, and that's something that Rosewill could have looked over a little bit better. Besides that, as I said, the 4 large cable routing holes, and they do have the rubber inserts, and you can see everything else is nicely designed. So this concludes our unboxing and overview video of the Rosewill R5 mid-tower. It's selling for about $85 online. Make sure you check back on Think Computers for a full review. And remember, if you like our videos, make sure you subscribe. Catch you guys later.